see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line, with the Denver Broncos. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Flacco throws complete to Sutton. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco, he's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Flacco will take to the air again. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, boys. We're done. I got it. We're done.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Wentz signaling frantically. Let's get to the line.
Single.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 120.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
As Denver comes back out here offensively, this is a team, Charles, that finished the season 7-9. Won 4 of their last 5 to get to that mark. Really what killed their chances was that 0-4 start to the season. A couple of those losses were really heartbreakers in the final seconds of the game.
And they were hurt by injuries as well because they lost 2 of their bigger, better players early in the season. Bradley Chubb, outside linebacker, defensive end, and Jawan James, starting offensive tackle. They exit early, don't really play much this season. But this Broncos team, they feel like they found their quarterback in Drew Lock down the stretch. Because at one point, if you said inept, when you talked about the Denver offense, you were on target. Down the stretch with Drew Lock, though, started to show some sparks of life, and they feel good about heading into 2020.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Let's go, G. Let's go. I'm coming.
Wentz now on first down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run with Howard, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flacco from the gun. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Flacco. He completes this to Sutton and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing. We play to win. Let's go. Man, we got that. Ready? Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the gun, Flacco. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Denver has the first down to play, going for 15 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 2.
Pressure mounting, Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Behind. Swing. Mark 54. I got it.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Setting to throw, Flacco to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Pass incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Flacco now on 4th. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down. I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote. By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can. Not with my chicken scratch, not at all. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it?